Hey folks, I'm back for another Foundations draft. This will be my sixth draft. The past two drafts we drafted blue green and red green again, which we had drafted before. They were different, definitely different decks. Check out the videos if you haven't. But I really want to try to get something different going. We're gonna jump in and see what we find. The red-green draft was definitely much more streamlined than some of the drafts I've had. I think we had a nice streamlined deck. Not super powerful. The results kind of showed. We're also 0% win rate since making platinum. We made platinum last draft, immediately lost 2 games and scrubbed out of the draft at 3-3. We didn't scrub out. We did 3-3. That's my goal, is to just go 3-3. I'm perfectly happy with a 3-3. But I would have liked to have played that deck a little bit more. We had 3 Llanowar Elves, which seemed good to me. We didn't have an overrun in our green deck this time, which always hurts. Okay, cool. This card seems very good. Obviously, the fail case here is you don't have any creatures, and it doesn't do anything. But if you have a creature, it's getting bigger. If you have a big creature, you're making endless 3/3s, which seems quite good. Definitely good enough to give this a go. I think of the 2 1 green rares that we have here, I'm far more inclined to take Sylvan Scavenging. The elf synergies just aren't that great. There's only a handful of elves. I mean, tapping to add 1 green for each elf can be very powerful. There's also a Brineborn Cutthroat, which I'm not so sure about. This card definitely has been very powerful in Standard and whatnot. There's Vampire Gourmand, which I think is a sick card. I would be happy to have that. There's a Fiery Annihilation, which is a very, very good removal spell. We're going to take the rare here. It does kind of put us back into red-green again, potentially. These are definitely the best cards. It looks like Burst Lightning and Fiery Annihilation. There's also Felidar Savior. We could be a go wide thing. But I really would like to just have play Cerberus on 2, the 1 in a red 4/2, and then play Scrying on turn 3, make a 3/3, and then really threaten to go off. I don't know what to take here between Annihilation and Burst Lightning. I just passed an Annihilation. I think I might take the cheap removal spell, because it's also a deal 4 if you kick it. Reclamation Sage. There's just not enough artifacts and enchantments out there. And I think I want to take a red card. I've seen a bunch of Zombifies sometimes. I was wondering if there's a thing you can get going with Zombify and Progenitus or something. Oh, geez. Are we just going to do this again? How can I not take this Llanowar Elves? We're just right back in the same deck. Elves on 1, Sylvan Scrying or Sylvan Scavenging on 2. There's also Bacon to a Pie. I'm just going to take the Llanowar Elves again. It's possible we could get off the Burst Lightning or splash the Burst Lightning should we want to do that. There's just, it's hard because I think there's a handful of commons. Bake is 1, and Llanowar Elves is definitely 1. There's a handful of commons that are very good, and then overall the set power level is low, so when you see one of those commons, it's hard to not just snap it off. And obviously, taking Llanowar Elves with Scavenging, it's not exactly the 3-drop you want to ramp into. Okay, we've definitely got a choice here. Is Raise the Past good? Can we possibly build a deck that has enough 2-mana plays? I don't know. I don't really like anything here. I don't like the green 6-drop. Nothing really goes with what we've got. Paladin, at least if you put one counter on it, is a 4-power creature. I think I'd maybe rather take the cheap card. Although it's a 3/1, which also isn't good. I'm going to take the cheap card. Okay, maybe we're going to... Now I'm not sure. Gorehorn Raider, I think, also is very good. And we have a Burst Lightning. I think Cathar Commando is marginal. So I think we're going to try Gorehorn. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. I don't know what else to say. I think Elfsworn Giant is like... Well, I guess Vampire Soulcaller is a playable card. Goblin Surprise. We're not really a Goblin Surprise deck, I don't think. Broken Wings, Broken Wings. We're going to take Goblin. We're going to move Cathar Commando out of here, I think. Thespian, Archdruid, Elfsworn Giant. I'm going to take the 2-drop. We already have 2 5s. I just don't think... Okay, we got to do something different at some point, right? 2 elves. It's a 3-mana play to ramp out. And then it just makes infinite mana if you play Llanowar Elves on 1, Archdruid on 2, and they can't deal with something. We'll try it. We'll try it. Courageous Goblin's looking a little clunky. Maybe we could get into some mono green Blanchwood armor thing. Who knows? Yeah, I'm really not sure. Maybe I could be overvaluing the elves. I don't think so. Reclamation Sage, Broken Wings, Blossoming Sands. It says elf on it. I know it does say elf on it. I'm not going to play any of that. I could take the Blossoming Sands if I found a white bomb, which I think is probably better. Okay, I get an elephant. Should I want an elephant? And another elephant. Should I want another elephant? I think I'm going to have infinite elephants, so I'm going to take the Thornwood Falls. I'll take an Omniscience. And a Plains. Oh, my elf deck is just coming together perfectly. Yeah, I don't think this is the thing. I could take another Raider. I could take a Cackling Prowler. I don't love either of those things. We just don't really have... We're not going that big with Burnished Heart. I mean, we kind of want to go big with something if we can get the Archdruid thing happening. I feel like I'm taking a weak card here. I'm going to take Prowler, I guess. I want to, like, take Micromancer because it's a good card. Okay, there's a good card. Yeah, there's a giant growth here. There's an eagle and a cat, but I'll take a ruby. Now we've really got the mana thing happening. A lot of blue cards. Do I want another courageous goblin? I'm just not really on the... I do want to be on the 4-power plan. Do I want an Evolving Wilds or a Courageous Goblin? I have so many green mana symbols right now. I'm not sure. More Zombifies. This card is very good. I could also just go Dwinnen's Elite, stay on green-red with my elves happening. Should I have taken that Banner of Kinship? I have one Thornwood Falls, and one Evolving Wilds. Tatiova doesn't really play well with any of the things I'm doing. It's not a 4-power creature. It's just so much stronger. I'm going to try not to splash here. Okay, a Bite Down. I like a Bite Down. That seems like the kind of thing I'm in the market for. Let's lay out this way. That was it, huh? Ambush Wolf plays with the 4-power stuff. I do like to have one Snare Spinner in mostly any deck. I'm going to have the mana to use it. Another shot at a Courageous Goblin. Ruby plays well with Ambush Wolf. Ambush Wolf just isn't that good. Courageous Goblin. Okay, I have the exact same choices. I could also take a Big Fin Bouncer on the splash. Do I actually want another Ambush Wolf? I can ramp into it. It triggers the Scrying. Triggers the Goblin. Triggers the Ruby. Endless 4/2s, should I want them? Do I want a Giant Growth instead? Well, we'll stick it in the pile just in case. Choose a creature type. This artifact enters with a fellowship counter on it for each creature you control of a chosen type. So you've already got to have some. Sheesh. That doesn't seem like where it's at to me. Ooh, I get a Giant Growth? I'll take a Giant Growth. Is there any way we just 1, 2, 3 red cards, 4 red cards? No, the red cards are pretty good. Ruby. Yeah, the red cards are pretty good. Nothing there to play. Well, hopefully we have a good pack 3. Vivian would be good. This just doesn't do anything for us. More elves. And a mountain. We're definitely going to play those in our deck. Aye. Okay, maybe we get this Dwinnen's Elite back. All these Ambush Wolves and Truffle Snouts look really good with this Garruk's Uprising. You may reveal a creature card. Put it on the battlefield. It seems like Garruk's Uprising is just better. Like, you got to do so much work to get the card advantage out of this thing. Garruk's Uprising also just gives all your creatures trample, which I think is a slightly underrated feature. The second Ruby... I mean, I'm going to take the Uprising and, like, get my 3-mana enchantment value, and that's that, I guess. The Indrik is a 4-power creature. I have the ramp. Am I going to take it over Felling Blow? I feel like if I looked at the data for these cards, it's got to be Felling Blow, right? It's a 4-power creature, though. I honestly don't know. I can't believe I would take the 6-drop, but I'm going to because I like this card. It's like my pet card, I guess, at this point. Frenzied Goblin, Axeguard Cavalry, I don't think I want. I could take Wilds or I could take Beastkin Ranger. I already have a million 3s, and all my other 3s trigger Uprising on their own. So I think the Wilds is free here, and I don't need the 3-drop. I have 22 cards. I'm likely... Okay. I have 20 cards. I'll take a Bushwhack. Sunblessed Healer is very good. Borders could actually be a 4-power creature, but... Okay, how many 3-mana enchantments is too many? And which ones do I want? Do I just want another wolf? Some life gain stuff going on. Maybe I just take the wolf and cut the Archdruid? I've got, like, I can't take another non-creature. How many creatures do I have? 15. I'm going to take the creature again. It's good with the Bushwhack. I've already got a Bushwhack and a Bite Down. It doesn't trigger any of my things, really, but again, it's just a mana sink. Although I have the Uprising... I'm going to take the creature. Okay, we've got the 3-elf deck again. We've got the 3-elf deck, and we've got all the stuff you could want on to cast on turn 2. 7th pick, Llanowar Elves. Is Llanowar Elves actually not good? I'm taking the Overrun, without a doubt. 8th pick, Overrun. Okay. Do I not have any... Do I actually not have any idea how this format works? Is that what's going on? Do I want... I'm like so light on red. I can skew my mana so hard if I just like play Dwinnen's Elite as my 2-drop. It's just not very good. Okay. All the Ambush Wolves I could have ever wanted. And the Beastkin Ranger is back. Should I want that? I'm on 28 cards now. I have 5, 6 2-mana plays. I will cut a refute from someone. What is happening? think this card is very good. I think if you're playing blue, you should take this card. But I guess there are blue-white decks that don't want it. I don't know. Could be, whatever. I feel like that's a cut. Although I do have Overrun. I'd rather just play all these creatures. Is this a cut? 18 creatures. How many cards do I need to cut? 2. Three elves and a bushwhack. Seems like I can cut a land. I already cut the elephant, right? Yeah. How many ambush wolves is too many ambush wolves? Do I cut the Beastkin Ranger instead? I'm going to say yes. And I'm just going to chain ambush wolves endlessly. All right, we're like we're pretty hard 4-power stuff this time. I have 8 red sources for Ruby. I guess that, oh, plus a bushwhack if, yeah. That's fine, right? Oh, hold on. We'll give it a go. Cool. Red, green again. At some point, I'm just going to, if I want to play something different, I guess I'm just going to have to pass Llanowar Elves. That's kind of all there is to it. I haven't been able to do that yet. This looks like a keeper. Even if I draw a 3, I can't cast it. Maybe I just... I'm going to play the wilds and play the ruby. And just get my red. And play the... elves. Spectral Sailor. Do I bushwhack it? I feel like it's not doing anything yet, so I also have the Burst Lightning as well. We need to start chaining ambush wolves. That is for sure. Two blue. What could they be doing to my ruby? They have Essence Scatter. They have Wizard Adept guy. They can't... I definitely want to play the Uprising here. I could get in for 1 damage. And if they play the Adept, then I just can Burst Lightning it. I could have just sat back. Okay, they're trying to hold up Essence Scatter. And this way I can play the Wilds too here. And play the Uprising. Or are they going to play the Adept, playing Adept now? You're going to play an Adept now. You got it. I guess I could have thought of that. And still Burst Lightninged it. That is like... I'm sure it's hard for new players. It's still freaking hard for me to really like think through plays far into the future. That wasn't even particularly far into the future. I was just like, oh, I can get my tap land value. And I just totally forgot I had put them on this card. I could use a 4-power creature, that's for sure. A turtle. And a campus guide, okay. Do I have anything that's double red? I have a Gorehorn, I have a Ruby, I have a Courageous Goblin, and I have Overrun. To ambush Wolf! I mean, I'm pretty sure I want to just draw my card right now. I don't want to get Essence Scattered. Elfsworn Giant. I can send with Ruby, and when they block with Turtle, I can Burst Lightning the Turtle. They are almost to drawing cards with Spectral Sailor. I can't Burst Lightning if I send the Ruby, because I was playing to Overrun. What are you going to do? We definitely can kind of get on the grind now, so I do want to kill the Spectral Sailor. After I sorted myself out there, I should have just Burst Lightning the Sailor when they were tapped out. This could be Refute or Essence Scatter. It could be the 4/2 Flyer. That's a rare. Could be a lot of things. I'd kind of rather get my Wolf Essence Scattered than my Elfsworn Giant, I think. And again, I just want to draw my card. Force the action. Okay, we've got another way to kill. Do I Bushwhack for a land? I'm gonna... If they draw... I mean, yeah, I gave him a card here, but... I have a much more efficient engine. We could potentially try to attack with Ruby and Gorehorn, though. Gorehorn the Turtle after that. I definitely want to get rid of this as well. I can only play so many cards, and I've got a lot coming through, and I don't want them to get extra. Plus, I'm going to get jammed up with damage. I could go on the big swing, try to trade. Like, the Adept and the Campus Guide block the Wolves, which is bad, but they would get in for 6 trample. I don't know about that. They could just put a turtle on one, take 4. I really don't like the 2 mana here. Am I going to play a land here? I definitely want to attack. Because I want to try to Gorehorn. If I get Essence Scattered, I can still Bushwhack. Maybe Ruby's the attack? Oh. And do I Bushwhack down the wall? Okay, we're getting up to like coma territory. So that's not great. Witness protection, baby. When I say witness, I say protection. Witness protection. I drew a card. I killed their thing. I ate a removal spell. That is some legitimate business, baby. Felling Blow my Ruby. Okay. See, all these trades. I have Uprising. I'm winning. I'm winning all these trades. They have no idea how many Ambush Wolves I've got. Do they have a spell? Will I trade an Ambush Wolf for a Campus Guide? I'm going to go with yes, being that I can just play more Ambush Wolves. I don't want to like throw away too much board presence. Well, as long as we're clearing things up, it seems fine with me. And again, gives everything trample. I guess if you've got the Essence... Okay, yeah. They just never had an Essence Scatter. I'm still dead to coma. But they don't have that. Touch wood. Yeah, see, if they had land coma, they wouldn't just be playing around with... Look at the power of the Indrik. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, we're going to do that. I guess I should have played the wolf first to see what I draw off the Uprising. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure we made the right choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes! We got a win in Platinum, baby. Took 3 games, but we did it. Hop to it. Never seen that card before in my life. 3 1/1s for 3 mana? Seems like a reasonable deal. Yeah, I mean, 2 Garruk's Uprising and the Scavenging would have been too much, right? I don't know. I feel like we're right in the sweet spot. What do I do? What do I do? I mean, amazing hand. I'm going to put Scavenging into play. Ooh, don't stab me. No, you jerk. Okay, that's fine. Hungry Ghoul. Okay. Hand's getting a little heavy. We're in a pretty clunky spot here. We need a creature to put our counters on. That's not good. We're getting beat up, that's for sure. We've got a clunky hand. I could have just upkeep fired off all my stuff. Okay, that's definitely a thing I want you to do. Wow! I mean, you gotta think twice. I mean, I'm red-green and I did nothing. Like, I don't know what you think I have. My hand was set for them, but... And I mean, they were in huge trouble. They had 1 card, and I was about to start making raccoons. So the scoop, a little premature, but it makes sense. But I mean, even if I just had... Now, Giant Growth makes a 7/7. Yeah, I mean... It was a questionable attack, I think. Excuse me. I think like Giant Growth is like the baseline consideration. If you're playing against the green deck, just if they have open mana, what if they have Giant Growth? Giant Growth's just a really solid combat trick. Quite a bit of stats for 1 mana. Okay, we've got the Elves draw. I'll take it. Slightly clunky because we don't have red. for a bit. And... oh. We also have nothing to do with our oodles and oodles of mana. Although our opponent might think they like need to kill Archdruid. Okay, well we have something to do with mana now if we don't draw anything. It's good with Bite Down, it's good with Bushwhack. Sphinx's Tutelage. We've got my favorite card. Do I play the wolf now while they're tapped out? I mean, I assume this could mill me out pretty fast. I really need to land the wolf to get a clock going. Mocking Sprite. Okay. Okay. I'm going to bushwhack this thing, right? And keep the instant speed spell. I'm going to get the damage in. If I leave the elf back, it's like super obvious. And they don't have anything in play. Wait, why did I mill so many cards there? Didn't they only draw one? It's going to be close. Oh, if two non-land cards that share a color. Interesting. Then if I put the counter on something, I break even on damage. Okay. Can they draw 8 cards this turn? Or I guess if they drew 7 cards. No, no. They'd have to get lucky on the mills. I guess they don't need to draw nearly that many cards. They just need to get lucky on the mills. It does, like, weirdly, this card, like, actually is good against me because I have, like, 4 red cards in my deck. So my deck is disproportionately green cards. A Burst Lightning. Yeah, they had hit almost all the red cards already. Was that all the red cards? 2 rubies, a Gorehorn, and a Burst Lightning? Yeah. I don't know how many lands we had left, but 3 wins. It's all gravy from here. Yeah, my guess is that Sphinx's Tutelage is not good enough. 3 mana do nothing, and then there's some card draw, but usually you really gotta try hard to live the dream with that stuff. I mean, I have 2-drop, 3-drop if I just draw any land. It's tough because I'm on the play. I don't know if this was a keep or not. No. Oh, okay. Thought they were going to turn 1 Llanowar me. Everyone keeps passing me pick 7 Llanowar elves, so I don't know how anyone else could have a Llanowar elf. We need a land big time. Should have been more specific. Definitely better than missing a land drop, though. We get a red, we can play Ruby, get a little more mana under our belt. They surveilled a Gnarlid colony. I don't really want to give them another surveil. They're only on green, but it's just 3 power. I can't take 3 damage. I probably could have taken 3 there. If I had it to do again, I'm not sure what I would have done. Horn Beetle. Oof. It'd be nice if this Raider could take care of this Horn Beetle, but it's just so far away from happening now. We're going to play the Wolf. The Ruby gives you the refund the turn you play it, so we could still do something. I'm going to try to trade with the Beetle before it gets out of control. Although maybe that's not a thing that's going to happen. Activate. Oh, activate only once, not only as a sorcery. Want to make them do that and mess up their turn? Is there any way... There's no way I could play the Raider next turn. Why'd you let me block? I also, right there, wasn't playing around Giant Growth. My dumbass is like, oh, at least consider Giant Growth. And then I just slam jam my card to get eaten by a Giant Growth. Hopefully the Raider can get us something somehow. I mean, if I had a land, that would have been nice. We hold back the... we hold back the Beetle for a turn. Unless they just... we don't hold back the Beetle at all. I don't know. We take 10. What are you going to do? I think I get frisky here, right? And then play Ruby plus Spider? Giant Growth again, sure. I mean, that does suck, that's for sure. But Giant Growth, no, it wouldn't have made me dead. I'm pretty dead, though. Okay. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? That felt like a game that I didn't play particularly well. We'll see. I'll have to go back and look. I definitely didn't play around giant growth, didn't get punished, then didn't play around giant growth and got punished. It seemed like a decent attack, hitting for 9, trying to hit for 9. In the end, I think I gave them 1 life. Can't lose. No. Okay. Blue, red. That is how you want to start. We'll see what happens. I have a lot of lands. At least I get to eat a food. And I have Burst Lightning up. I mean, I'm going to take 1 billion. But, like, maybe if they're into playing some spells, then I get to Burst Lightning something. They have no spells? Is that what they're telling me? Because they didn't attack... Okay. Or do they just choose to get another Cyclops down? Okay. Every spell represents 3. Like, it's kind of the same. I honestly don't know what to do here. The Balmor flies, and it gives everything trample. The Balmor is also legendary, so if by some strange chance they had more than one... I could have also played Elfsworn Giant there, which would have been good. I'm a little nervous I'm going to take 1 billion damage, was the issue. And I get to eat a food again. Now if they have Fleeting Distraction, they eat my Truffle Snout. And I don't want them to eat my Truffle Snout. Now what? I could attack with Truffle Snout, and when they try to Fleeting Distraction, I could Burst Lightning their guy. And then I would get the damage in and make another food. They played around me. Well, we've got a lot of lands to trigger this giant. Yeah, I totally missed the double block there. That was really bad. Okay. That sucks, but they get in for 1 and... I really need to, like... I just want them to do something so I can play this scavenging and immediately make a 3-3. Perfect. Okay. And I get to make another 1-1. Okay. Four, 5, 6. Yeah, we just could do all the things. Do I want to trade this for a big fin bouncer? Probably, excuse me, probably not. I want to keep multiple 4-power dudes to make sure I'm always making... Make sure I'm always making raccoons. It would it would have pumped this guy, but I'm not really sure there. It just seems like such a bad trade. This makes my land draws decent. Making a 1-1 doesn't do a ton here, but they're only on 12. Did they miss it? Is there any way they sure strike me? I'll take the sure strike out of their hand. I'm making raccoons now. Is it a burst lightning? I'll definitely take the 2-for-1 if it's a burst lightning. Okay. They just missed it. Now if I Indrik and eat the bouncer, then the best they can do is trade with the light shell duo, which seems a lot better. Well, play medium, win anyway. Take him if I can get him. I mean, I'm 4-1. I can't ever be unhappy with 4-1. Somehow in for another long one, it seems. I'm an hour into this. Moon King. I am Karn. Yeah. Exactly as we designed it. Nope. Not my elves. Not my elves. Okay. Strix Lookout. Ho 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 ho. What do I do? I'm gonna get the scavenging down. I'm not sure. I could have just waited and played the Ambush Wolf end of turn and then played the scavenging. Yeah. I don't want to try to play the Prowler here and get it countered. But having the Prowler in play with Ward is like, you know, makes it a lot harder for them to deal with. Oh, don't do nothing, opponent. Don't be a jerk. You gotta play to the board. Oof. Okay. I could play Wolf and Bushwhack, but these just don't seem very good. Yeah, I mean... Infinite Raccoons starting on turn 3. That seems like a reasonable way to win the game. I'm not gonna lie. This was a... Witness protection, baby. When I say witness, I say protection. Witness protection. I think we start by sending with a raccoon, right? Do we send with the elf as well? Do we send with the legitimate business person as well? Let's not get hasty. I'm not sure what we should have been doing there. Play this while they're tapped out. And because we need very much to trigger our raccoon machine. Chickens go in, pies come out. My raccoon! Oh. Dwinnen's Elite. Did I forget to crack an Evolving Wilds? You know, I'm trying to like trying to do something. Who knows what it is? That is embarrassing. The Moon King was fed to the raccoon machine. It is pretty nice, too, with like Uprising and Scavenging, that there's just not enough artifacts and enchantments for like Cathar Commando and Elvish Reclaimer. Not Elvish Reclaimer. What is the card? The 2/1 that destroys an artifact or enchantment. There's not enough artifacts or enchantments for those to really be playable cards or high priorities. So when you have one of those good enchantments, you just get free reign and they can never get rid of it. Just how we drew it up every single time. Whoa. Ha ha ha. You fool. What are you doing over there? Playing a forest on turn 1 and no Llanowar Elves. Unbelievable. We do need to hit a land to kind of make sure things continue to go smoothly. I did not say Ambush Wolf. I can't really... Yeah, I mean, we play an Ambush Wolf here, and if we miss our land, we play another Ambush Wolf. I'm going to take the 2 and try to hit him back for 4. Maybe I draw Scavenging. Bite down. could play Elf, hold up, bite down. Or I could just hold up another wolf. Which I think is what I'm going to choose. I mean, I do still have bite down up. I just kind of like stunt my mana, which kind of sucks. Berserker. Okay, hold on. No, yeah, they go ham. You know? They get to do their big thing, which is attack me for 3. I play another ambush wolf. Do that while they're tapped out. See what happens. I've got this giant growth sitting here. I do now have 4 mana to play Cackling Prowler. Okay. Sure. I don't have 4 mana anymore. I don't know. That was aggressive. That was super aggressive. But there you go. Yep. That's kind of clunky for sure. What do they have? I don't... Are they playing a third color? Or like what? 6 mana, do nothing. Goblin. I mean, they looked like red-green. Was it just Flood? I'm sorry, Jaker. I don't know what happened, bud, but... yeah, I don't know. That was weird. Yeah, I'm not sure... about that whole jam with Ruby. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. This is clunky and dangerous. We could definitely get stuck on lands again. Okay, I am going to just do this now. I actually normally like leaving the Evolving Wilds up. I like having the priority. I like getting that extra split second to think about what they're doing and just absorb the game a little slower. I know other people are like, no, I want to F6. I want to pass through the whole turn as fast as possible, but I like having the Evolving Wilds and just being like, okay, I understand what you're doing. I think we are in bad shape. This is super dangerous, but yeah. I mean, the Mystic is just going to single-handedly kick our ass, I think. They didn't draw a card. And now we have Spider. I just want to get the damage in. They don't want to block with Sprite, do they? They do. No, okay. I mean, if I find one more land, are they dead? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. No, not quite. Spider to the bottom. They're stuck too. It's a race. think I just want to play the wolf while they're tapped out. Yep, it's on. Land off the top. Land off the top. I really would like a land. Okay. 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, and okay. Is that the first time we've cast Overrun this draft? MTG Foundations draft. Get Overrun. Step 1, get Overrun. Step 3, draft creatures. Next, profit. Unreal. Our previous draft, we were 0-2 in Platinum. And then we just come firing on all cylinders. We ran so hot. I had turn 1 Elf in I don't know how many games. And like I said, Scavenging and Uprising just were so good. Because you just play them and they're just there forever. Uprising won us a game. Scavenging won us 2. Somehow Llanowar Elf into Ambush Wolf won us games. I don't understand. This is definitely going to be one I'm going to be checking out in editing, like watching games and trying to see what the hell was going on. But yeah. 4 Ambush Wolves. I mean, it did the thing with Scrying and with Uprising, right? Like, we said we were going to chain Ambush Wolves, and that's what we did. So, yeah, that's it. Another fun one. I can't believe how much I've been winning. This is just... I've been running so hot. It's just been so lucky. I'm playing my best, but I'm still biffing things. But whatever. If you liked it, if you're liking it, hit the buttons. I really appreciate if you subscribe, like, do whatever you can do. Come back for the next video. Whatever it is. Be excellent to each other. And yeah, like I said, hopefully I'll see you next time.